Hi everyone, welcome back to Smirking Gun, where we're doing Better Call Saul Season 2, Episode 8, Fifi. I paused it on here, the doghouse, because that's at least the one Breaking Bad thing that everybody would be like, oh, that's where Jesse is. So I paused it there, whatever. This, I'm going to already put out, it's a 10 out of 10. Spoiler alert, if you have not watched this, get the hell out of here. It's fantastic from beginning to end. So it starts out with this guy in a truck getting run through customs, kind of like what we saw in Breaking Bad, of a guy that, they take things off his truck and everything. And they don't find anything, and then he gets across the border and he drives a certain amount to mile 10, walks into the, off the road, moves a rock that he knows is there, and there's a gun, puts that in his back pocket, puts a popsicle stick that he's been sucking on into the ground, and then that's it. That's it. For the rest of that, forget it. Forget it. I know it's going to be brought back, but for now, we have to forget it. Mike's story, I'm going to get to that really quick too, because the whole thing just... Anyway, Mike did not like how things went with him. Like, he was supposed to take a fall for the Salamanca thing. But they threatened his family. Not smart. Not smart for those people. I mean, they literally did the one thing that you can't do, because Mike is loyal, but you can't go after his family. So he starts following all these guys around, and by the end of it, he even involves his grandchild into this hose thing that they're screwing on, and it's a very cute scene if you didn't know that Mike was planning something, way above and beyond and terrible for a kid to be involved in, because he ends up putting nails through it, so it's like a tire spike or something like that. So that's Mike's story. Let's get that out of the way. Moving on. The main story is that Kim quits, HHM. And surprisingly, Howard is kind of magnanimous. He's kind of been a hard character to nail down, whether or not you trust him or not. I think he can't be trusted, and sometimes he can be trusted. I don't think he realizes the depths that Chuck will go to. Like, Chuck is closer to becoming Saul than Saul is, kind of. But she goes in, she puts her in her notice, she tells them she's starting her own practice with Jimmy. Howard says, I was kind of thinking about doing the same thing, but I got squashed by my dad and put another H in the HHM. And that moves on. But before that happened, Jimmy said to her at the doghouse, just write the letter, put it in his office right now, and get your clients in order, because before you can even say I quit, Howard's going after them. She's like, I don't want to be like you. Like this is one of those times where being like Jimmy is better, because as soon as she quits, she hears them go, look for the Masa Verde people, and she has to make a breakneck running thing all the way across to her office to try to get a meeting with these people again to make sure they stay with her, and she tries to convince them, and it kind of works. She's all psyched up because Jimmy and her have offices lined up. But then Howard talks to Chuck, and Chuck just comes in and does this is one of the great acting scenes of Michael McKean really proved how He may have been, what, Lenny from Laverne and Shirley. He may have been, all these other things, but this really shows his acting talents because he just, totally hoses them. Like him and Jimmy. And I think the only reason he did it is because of Jimmy. Like, he just can't let Jimmy have something. But Jimmy finds out. Finds out that she lost it. She's like, they went with them. So Chuck, in his messed up way, he went to the office and he's still falls apart and he's in his little metal shell and he's Jimmy goes over there to relieve the guy that's been watching him. But instead of just watching him, he takes all the files and Jerry Maguire's the shit out of this scene. If you know Jerry Maguire, you know what I'm talking about. He takes all these files, he goes to a place I want your best photocopy machine, just give me all the things. He makes copies of everything and secretly then packs it back up. And then Chuck is none the wiser. And he could have told him, but he doesn't. So we know that Jimmy's got something going on really up his sleeve. And it's gonna be great seeing the end of this season. So I know I'm not trying to I'm trying not to spoil everything, because in this kind of thing you need to see it for yourself a little bit. I've given away a lot, but not too much. So next week, I don't even know what the next episode is called, but we'll be here for it. And please subscribe, share to your friends, please. I'm just a little guy looking for some help on the YouTube front, so I'm not trying to make money, I just want to have subscribers. So anyway, other than that, Better Call Saul, come back for more of that, or The Walking Dead later. That's not Walking Dead, that's Saul. Have a good day. Thanks.